A warm welcome to one and all present here. By welcome everyone to the Guru class conducted by Unikaksha on the trending domains and the fruitful you know the domains which are in demand and which help you to acquire the right skills for meeting the industry expectations. And I would like to welcome the candidates who are recurringly participating in all our Guru classes. To name a few, Tiger is one, and Tiger is one. Rishabh, he has been a wonderful participant who is recurrently occurring in recurrently participating in all our Guru classes, who is active, who is interactive, and thank you for the support which you have been rendering so far. And it is extremely motivating for us to conduct even better workshops like this, which will benefit you and which will benefit the entire student society to acquire the right skills. As I told you already, the right skill is extremely important for getting placed in the industry. And we are here to help you out on that journey. And to let me introduce myself to people who already know about us, please bear with us so that I can introduce what we are doing and how we are doing it to the newcomers today. And this is a Guru class, which is a completely hands-on session. This is going to be a workshop where we train you on the real life skills. And how do we train you is it's going to be the biggest factor here, the distinguishing factor of how we are different from the others. So whatever we'll be training you is with the help of practice. So you can follow us on social media platforms. We have our YouTube channel. This session is streamed live on YouTube as we speak, and there is always uh, a lot of videos available on our YouTube channel for your reference, where you can go and you can take out one of your video, one of this video. Let's say you are going to take this video out, and you are going to practice your skills. So in this session, what you are going to learn, what you are going to be trained on is to build a blog website on your own. Now, if you ask me why this blog website is important, or how is this going to improve your skills as a full stack developer or a front end developer, that is going to be an interesting question, because this blog is actually a content management system. So whatever content you are going to put in, it is going to be displayed accordingly, right? So this content is going to be managed. So when I say manage, there are two different types of users for this blog website. So one is the author, who puts in the content for the other readers to go through it. The readers are the other type of users. So typically these two users have different sets of rights. Am I right? In terms of accessibility, they have different variations, different types of rights based on which they can access the platform. Now, all these things have to be understood, in terms of a end user, in terms of, when you are defining something, when you are designing an application, it should be, it should be user friendly. It should not be confusing. The overall experience of any user who is coming into your application should be enjoyable. That makes him come back again and again. Without building applications, you will not be understanding how the user experience is going to be. And you can see in today's world, a lot of applications have really shined, have really, have outgrown themselves just because of the benefits they are giving, just because of the experience they are giving to its end users. There are a lot of good examples in this regard. And before I can proceed further, I would request all of you to mute yourself so that this session is is not interrupted by any ways. So let me introduce how this journey started from us. So we are the training division. We are a training division of a company called CodeShastra, which happens to be a software company, which was started in 2018. And we have been searching for qualified candidates for our organization. Every year we go into number of colleges, we identify talent, we come out, and after one point of time, there is still a skill lacking in even in our candidates. I would request all of them and all of the users to mute yourselves, please. Thank you. So, in this journey of going into colleges, recruiting candidate, training them, putting them into a project was always difficult. And we thought, why don't we bring this habit of coding exclusively for a particular project. And we have to bring this habit to the final year students themselves. And that is when we thought we thought about a process, we thought about a program, we defined the curriculum, and we started approaching colleges, and we have been serving in this industries. All these industries are the top trending buzzwords of this industry as we speak. Artificial intelligence, you name it, whatever we are doing today, everything is associated with artificial intelligence and machine learning. Blockchain, so crypto coins is gaining popularity, and with the educational platforms are introducing virtual and augmented reality. Whatever applications we are using are associated with Internet of Things. You wear a watch, you wear a smartwatch, it monitors your heart rate, it monitors the calories you're spending on you are losing every day, you're gaining every day, how many steps did you walk, and everything is associated with your heart rate monitor and BPM. So all these things have summarized your entire health within a very small interface, right? uh, Manjit, can you please look out who is unmuted and make them mute them, please?
Yes, sir, sure.
Please. So please do that. This noise is consistent. Now, coming back. So this happened to be our mission, and that is when we started off this training division called Unikaksha, where we establish ourselves as a platform. And in this platform you can find hundreds of courses, and we always thought about reaching the majority of the crowd in India. So we know that people come from different society setups. We know that people come from different demographics. We happen to understand their hurdles as of it was our own. So there are a lot of barriers when it comes to learning, and we wanted to literally eliminate each and every barrier. You have the cost as a barrier. Our courses are the most affordable solutions available in this particular segment. So you want to learn machine learning, you can buy a course for just 200 rupees. Who is offering machine learning certification for 200 rupees? A lot more courses are like that. And the job guarantee programs which we are offering, again, the best in this industry. And the programs which we are offering to the students of the current the education system, we have defined two set of programs where the tech both of these programs come under the tech fit, where we make you fit technically into this industry with the right set of skills. And for the final semester students who are entering into their final years, or who are going to be in their final semesters, we have a unique program that is intensive program for 400 hours, in which we teach them all the required skills. Not technically, not this is not going to be a chalk and talk method. We don't have a PPT. We don't show you a PPT. We don't teach you how to code, but we actually train you how to code. We have a motto. So in this motto, we have this motto of ours is completely different. We believe in a different terminology, where if we give you a fish, we feed you for one day, and if we teach you how to fish, we feed you for the lifetime. And this is what we solely believe in. And for that to happen, we need the best persons in the industry, and that is where we have put the right people with the right skills, with the right set of experience. We as a matter of fact, the trainer who is going to handle today's session, she comes with 15 years of experience, and she has trained more than 12,000 students in her career. She is a well-established assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and she is also a certified full-stack developer. She is a certified Selenium tester. So this is how our trainers. We are handpicking the trainers from this industry, and we are getting them to uh, share their knowledge with the students. And the program is going to be for 6 months, where we give you an offer. Since we own a software company on our own, we put you in a position first. How can you guarantee this job placement? Right. Anyone can sign an agreement, right? I can give you a job, but we give you a provisional offer letter. From Coach Shastra, we assign you into a team. We put you into a team. We give you projects. We make you work. We make you acquire the skills by doing. This is how we are different, and all this training is going to happen in vernacular languages. We understand the language barriers which the students from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and this is how we are bridging the gap between the industry and the institutions. There is another program which may not be appropriate. I do not want to waste any more time of yours, so I'm handing over the session to Mrs. Ashwini Malani. She happens to have a rich set of rich number of years of experience. She has been an assistant professor in engineering college and a full stack developer herself, and she will be teaching you how to build a blog website. These blog websites are one important element, one important project which the companies are, literally eagerly waiting to see on your portfolio. So by the end of this 2 hours, once you have gained all these skills, build one, showcase, launch that on the cloud, showcase it as your, as an important point in your resume, and stand out from the crowd. Thank you, everyone. The session is over to Ms. Ashwini.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening. And let us get started with a beautiful journey of website development, where we are going to develop the website and where we are going to add the contents uh, to make our website more responsive. I'm really happy to see your enthusiasm, and as you are really eager to learn all these things. So let's get started without wasting time. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
So let's get started now. I'm going to share my screen, and please unmute, please mute yourself. If you want to ask any queries, then I'll give you separate 10 minutes to ask the queries. So in between, please don't start your mic, and it is like some background noise is there, some kind of disturbance is there, so it is kind of it will disturb everyone. So uh, please mute yourself, and when you want to ask anything, I'll give you 5-10 minutes of time in between to ask your queries. Now, hello everyone, this is Ashwini Malani. I'm going to teach you today uh, how to develop a website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Nowadays, a full stack developer is considered as like he or she is having a very good demand in market. You might be thinking why. It is because nowadays everyone wants to reach to the world, and this is the best way to reach to the world. That is, you are going to create your own website, you are going to put your contents on that website, and everyone can easily check that. Isn't it very much attractive? But again, at the same time, it requires lots of patience, it requires lots of dedication to develop a website. If I am going to share my screen with you all to learn all these things practically, because today's session I'm not going to deliver you the things only theoretically, like what exactly is HTML, what are the tags of HTML, what exactly is the meaning of CSS. I'm just going to give you brief introduction about all these things, and then let's move to the development part. Because theoretically, so many things are available in the market, as well as on YouTube or on Google itself, but you should know how it can be developed from the scratch. And here at Unikaksha, we always provide these kind of things. We always focus on how practically and how easily we can deliver the things right from scratch to the students. So that is our main purpose. If you have not seen our previous Guru classes, which are related to this web development, there I have explained right from basics, HTML and CSS and Bootstrap. So today we are moving further, and I'm expecting that you are knowing, or you are having a good command on HTML and CSS, at least related to the basic tags. If you don't know anything, then also don't worry. I'm going to explain each and every tag which is required for developing a blogging website. Now, you might be thinking why this topic has been selected. So this topic has been selected, it is because now, especially in pandemic, everyone was a blogger, or everyone explored lots of skills because everyone got some time to think on himself or herself. So blogger website or creating a blog is again, it is a very good opportunity nowadays. And again, it covers many tags, like it covers interactive buttons, it covers responsive web contents like images, videos, audios, text. So what I'm just going to show you the way how we are going to cover in this 2 hour and how we are going to proceed further. Just let me share my screen and let me know whether it is clearly visible. So is it visible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is a simple home page which I have created. It is not simple because it takes lots of time to, add stylings to the page. You can see here are the clickable icons. Here are some mouse overs are added. Here is an icon with a large size I have added. The some particular fonts I have added. Some background images I have added. Then the buttons which are having some kind of structures like यू कैन सी जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि हम लोग जब उसके ऊपर क्लिक करेंगे तो कलर ऑटोमेटिकली गायब हो जाता है तो इट इज लाइक दैट so only border is displayed, right? Here is some kind of text added. Then the images, these mouse overs are added, like the images are going to display, a 3D structure. Then some kind of links has been added. Now let's try to understand what kind of way we are going to follow and what we are going to learn in these 2 hours. So I'm going to explain you all these things, how to add all these things right from scratch. Here I'm going to explain you about Bootstrap, about Font Awesome, about adding icons, about accessing the image files. Then I'm going to explain you how to create the interactive buttons. In buttons, I'm going to show you at least 4 to 5 types of buttons, like simple buttons. Sometimes the buttons are like, they are going to change the color. They are going to displaying like a faded color type of thing. They are like rounded buttons. They are like, still image is there with the button. So I'm going to show you all these things. I'm so sorry. So everyone is there with me in this journey of learning web development.
Yes,
Everyone is ready to learn all these things.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So let's get started, guys. Now, before going with adding all these things, let's first understand what exactly is HTML, what exactly is CSS, and why JavaScript is required, right? So before that, let's first understand what exactly is HTML. So anyone can unmute and give answer of this. What exactly is HTML? Who will tell me?
Hypertext markup language.
Yes, very good. It is a hypertext markup language. But do you really know what exactly is a markup?
No, I'm not too sure.
Okay. Can anyone answer this? Guys, let me clear you one thing. It will be a completely interactive session because I don't want the participants who are just going to listen the things and afterwards they forget everything. I don't want such kind of participant, but it will be purely an interactive session as I told you, and we are going to share the things with each other. I am going to explain everything as I told you, but before going further, we should brush up the things, that is the base, or we can say the foundation, which we require to add the structures. Now, just let me show you the layout of what we are going to learn. The very first thing we require, that is creating a folder structure. Now, why it is important? It is important because whenever you are creating or developing a website, then all the images, all the CDNs, all the downloads which you have done related to glorifying your HTML. It may be JavaScript, it may be jQuery, it may be Bootstrap, it may be any kind of font library. Everything has to be placed in an appropriate folder and under a one roof. Because if you are putting it anywhere, then it will be really difficult for you only and for your compiler as well to find out from where the data has to be taken. So Here you have to think about where has to place the data and how it has to be placed. So the very first thing we are going to learn about, that is what kind of softwares we require. The second thing, we are going to learn about how to add the CDNs online, how to download the libraries which we require, how to add the plugins. Then we are going to learn about how to create the folder structures and how to add the still images into that, how to add the HTML files, CSS files, and JavaScript files into that, and how to link all these things together. Then we will move further and try to understand how to, just give me 1 minute. Manjit, will you please accept the students, admit the students? They are in the waiting room. Thank you so much.
Accepting.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So we are going to learn. Now, this is what considered as a navigation bar. You might be thinking that this is a single page and it will take hardly half an hour to develop. So it is not like that. It requires lots of settings like padding, then spaces, then background images, background colors, then everything has to be set in a proper way. You might be thinking that why it is displayed here. I am purposely putting it here because I'm going to show you while writing the code, I'm going to show you how it has to be put here and how you can provide, how you can increase the size of icons. So that's why I have added it here. Now here you can see the icon size has been increased, and here you can see the fonts has been added, the colors has been added. So we are going to learn next, that is how to create the navigation bar. Now in the navigation bars, I'm going to show you how to add the top navigation bar, how to add the side navigation bar, okay, and how to add the styles to the navigation bar. Now, for that reason, we should know basics about the CSS, that is cascading style sheets. This is very much important to add the styles to a HTML page. Otherwise, it will not become a responsive page or it will not become an interactive page. Then after, here the part of JavaScript comes. So we are going to understand what exactly is JavaScript, what exactly is jQuery, and how it can be used with the HTML and CSS. Then after, we will learn how to set the backgrounds, how to set the width, height, and everything about the background. And then we will learn about how to create the sections. Here you can see I have created a section, I have added some background, and here some space I have added in between these two. So now here you can see that this is one image, and on that image I have added number of images. So this is a section tag. Under that I have created a div tag, and inside the div I have added the images. So all these we are going to learn. Similar way, we are also going to understand how to create the interactive buttons, and we are also going to understand how to add the JavaScript code. So I hope it is clear to everyone that how we are going to learn the things in today's session. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So
Yes, ma'am.
let's get started now. So let's first understand the folder structure which you require. And before that, let's first understand what are the things which we require to develop a website. We don't require to purchase anything. Everything is of free, everything is there free of cost, unless and until you are going to publish your website. Once you have decided to publish your website, then you require a space on internet which you have to purchase. And again, if you want to launch it for free, then also there are some kind of provisions are there. So that is not our part for today. I may be I will do separate Guru class for that in future. So currently, the very first thing we require for website development, that is, you require the editors. So there are lots of editors are available in the market, but I preferly choose Visual Studio Code because it is really very much interactive and it is really easy to use. So I'm going to use that. And otherwise you can go with Notepad++ or other IDs are also available. So it is upon you that which ID you are going to choose. So if you want to choose the ID, then you have to download it first and install it on your machine. So once you have installed that and once you have completed the installation formalities, then it will look like this. So you can see this is my Visual Studio Code, and here I have added the code. Is it visible? Is it visible, everyone?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
The Visual Studio
Studio
Code is
Code
not
is
visible.
Visual Studio Code is visible?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
no.
Okay, wait. Let me share the screen. I have shared only single page, I think. Now it is visible, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is a Visual Studio Code where we are going to write the code. I'm just going to close all these things and I'm going to show you all from beginning. So this is a basic Visual Studio Code. You can see this, and here we are going to add the pages. This is the editor. Similar way, you can also use the Notepad++. This is again another editor which I am using. So currently we will focus on Visual Studio Code. So it is really very easy to download the Visual Studio Code. Just simply you have to go here and you have to just click type Visual Studio Code. So here the downloads are available. Let me know if my screen is not visible. So I believe it is visible now.
Hello.
Yes.
One thing, ma'am, I can use online editor.
Yeah, you can use online editor, but it is not a good option. Why I am telling you? Because for example, if you want to add the images, if you want to, you are working on that. Okay. Now, after few days, if you want to check all these things, you have to put somewhere all these contents, right? So it is
Yeah.
always better to install it on your machine.
Yes, ma'am. Right.
Yes. So because it may give you a problem when you are going to create, when you are going to give or add the images, then linking थोड़ा सा difficult हो जाता है. इसके लिए it is always better to install an editor on your machine, and it doesn't take much time. You just have to click on this. Hardly it will take 1 to 2 minutes to install it. Okay, so this is the step which you have to follow. You can go to this Visual Studio Code, download. You can select your OS, and here suppose I want to use Windows operating system. So what I'm going to do is I will click here, and automatically the installer will be installed on your machine. And then after, with this installer, your Visual Studio Code will be installed on your system. This is really very easy to download it. This is one thing which you have to download. Now, once you have downloaded your Visual Studio Code, so it will look like this. So from here, you have to start your journey of developing the website. So the very first thing is you have to create a folder structure. That is really very much important, as I told you, because you have to keep everything inside one folder at one place. Like for example, suppose I always give this example to my students to show the importance of keeping all these things inside one folder. Suppose you all have attended your college, or currently also you are going to the college. So when you go to the college and suppose your teacher is going to give you the uh, giving you some kind of written notes. So suppose every day you are going with a single page, you are writing something on that page, and you are just throwing that page away anywhere at your home. So at the end of semester, whether it is possible for you to recollect everything easily? Definitely no, right? It is not at all possible to recollect the pages because you are throwing it anywhere. And suppose there are kids at home, then they can make aeroplanes of that pages, and it's like your notes will go somewhere, right? So instead of that, if you are writing everything in a notebook in a very proper way, date wise, then easily you can find out that notebook and your notes, and easily you can link everything there, isn't it? So similar way, when you are going to add anything, when you are creating a website, then website requires lots of things. So when you are going to create any kind of website, it is always better to create a folder structure, and inside the folder structure, just try to add everything. Now let me show you how to create a folder structure quickly. So this is the folder which I have already created. Just give me 1 minute. Let me show you that. So the drive where data, I mean space is available, there you can create a folder structure. So here I have created a folder, blogging website, any name you can give. So inside that, mainly I have created a folder for JS, for CSS, for images, and for fonts. Okay. Now let me show you this separately. So suppose I am going to so I'm going to create a new folder. I'm not anyways using that. So suppose blogger, right? I'm going to open that blogger. Now what things we require? So we require the very first thing, that is we require a folder for CSS, that is for adding my CSS. It will not give you any errors if you are not putting your CSS file in a separate folder, but it is always better. This is considered as a good programmer's practice, right? So next you can add a JS, that is JavaScript folder. Then you can add the next folder that is mainly for images. So you can add the folder for images. These three are the main folders which you have to create. Okay. Then after you can create the folders, or automatically they will be added related to fonts when we will learn about font awesome. अभी के लिए बस ये 3 folders हम add करेंगे. Now how to open the folder? So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click on open folder. Now here you can go to a particular drive and you can open or select a folder. So I'm going to select this folder, and the entire folder structure will be added in front of you. You can see this is a blogger folder, and this is CSS, this is images, and this is JavaScript. Now create our main file, that is index.html. You can give any name, but this is a standard which everyone follows. So you can give it like index.html. This is the main file. Now go to the CSS folder, select this CSS folder, click on this new file and create style.css. Okay. So this is a CSS file. You can see that the icons are getting changed when you are trying to add the files. Now I am selecting this JS and I'm going to add main.js. So these are the files basically which you require to add. Now in this image folder, you have to add the images. So I'm just going to copy these images which already I have added somewhere. So here I have created this image folder, and you can see these are the images. So I'm going to add this and I'm going to keep it in my blogger folder. So here I'm going to add the images. So all images are here, right? So I have added the images here, and this is how my folder structure has been created. You can see all the images are available here. So this is how the folder structure can be created for adding the writing a website. Just give me 1 minute. Let me check what's there is in the chat box. Yes, Deepak, HTML is going to provide base elements to your website. but when you want to make it interactive and responsive, you require JavaScript as well as you require CSS. That is most important. And yes, Shivi, it is really interesting. If you pay attention and if you give, your time to work with this, it is really amazing experience to develop a website. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone that is how to create a folder structure. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, great. So this is how we have created a folder structure. Now, without wasting time, let's get started to create a index.html and try to add some kind of basic structures first. Now, again, there is an interested story behind this. So previously, when we were using HTML, then HTML, a basic HTML was going to provide you very basic tags and very basic structure where we were able to create the static HTML pages. But nowadays, we are going to use the higher version of HTML where we are going to use the HTML5 and it is going to provide you lots of facilities. Nowadays, you can see that if you compare this like 10 years before the web structure or website and nowadays the website, amazing difference is there. Like nowadays, we are creating the dynamic web pages. You have to remember this, what exactly is a dynamic web page. So basically, when a particular area of a web page is getting refreshed instead of refreshing the entire page. So that is what considered as a dynamic. Now, let's, before going with this index.html, let's first understand what exactly is the meaning of interactive and responsive web pages. So for that, let me add a basic HTML snippet here. So I believe it is visible to everyone, right? So if you give this exclamatory mark with shift and when you press tab, it is going to show you a basic HTML snippet or a basic HTML structure. So here I'm going to speak now about this very much important kind of thing which is added here by default or automatically, and this is going to provide you a kind of responsive nature to your website. Now, it is very much important that your website has to be a responsive web content. Now, let me tell you what exactly is the meaning of responsive. So here, this is the character set which we have included. Now let's try to understand what exactly is this viewport. Now viewport is nothing but it is a user's visible area for a particular web page. Now it means what? It is going to vary according to the device which you are going to use. It may be a smaller device, like for example, it may be an extra small device. Suppose you are nowadays there are smart watches or wearable devices are available. So they are having very small in size, but they are going to provide you tremendous facility. That is, you can check your calls, you can attend or receive the calls, you can, it is going to provide you step counter, it is going to provide you many other things, right? So that are the very small devices. Then the second kind of device, that is your mobile phone, it is considered as a small device. Then after, some kind of medium scale devices are there, that is a tab or notebooks, right? These are the medium scale devices, and large scale devices are there, like we can open a laptop screen, we can use a desktop screen, and nowadays some two features are also added, that is extra large and double extra large, that is XL and double XL. Because if you are using a larger screen, like for example smart TV, or you are using a bigger screen and if you want to display the data on the bigger screens, then at that time you can go with this stylings or this viewport. So basically what viewport is going to do, viewport is going to give you the structure, or it is nothing but it is a visible area which is visible on the web page. Now let me show you this quickly so you can see this. I'm going to press now. By pressing Shift, Control and I am going to check whether my website is responsive or not. Now here I have given some kind of settings so that when I am going to do this, so you can see that my icons, that is my navigation items, वो गायब हो गए हैं मैंने, because I have done some kind of setting, that is if your viewport size is less than 800, then at that time, according to the size, only main contents will be displayed. So you can see that this is kind of a responsive thing. Like if everything has to be, now abhi isko styling add nahi kiya hua hai, so if you think that this navigation menus has to come with a toggle, then you can see, or it can be displayed exactly same with that. You can consider an example of Amazon, or you can consider an example of Flipkart or any website which is exactly same. If you are working or if you are opening it with your what we can say, with your desktop or with your laptop or with your uh, any other device as well. So at that time, it is going to show you exactly same size, or it is not going to miss any of your contents. So that is what considered as a responsive nature, and it is very much important. Whatever whatever website you are going to create, that website has to look exactly same, though you are opening it on smaller devices or medium scale devices or the larger devices. So this is the initial setting for that. Is it visible to everyone? Understood this?
No, ma'am. Can you please zoom in?
Yes. Responsive means what? Have you opened your website from your mobile phone? Any website? Have you opened that? So everyone is going to use smartphone, right? If you are
Yes.
using a smartphone and if you are going to open anything like any web page from a smartphone, if it is going to show you everything in front of you, like whatever is available, which is best fit on that particular web page, then it is called as a responsive. Okay. And if it is not, if it is not adjusting the size according to the device size, then it is not considered as a responsive page. So nowadays, every website almost is a responsive website because it adjusts its structure according to the space which is available there, according to the viewport. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Good. So this is a basic structure which we have to add. Now let's move further and try to add some other things in this index.html5. So I am going to add here in my head section, I'm going to add here the heading, which will be displayed as a title of your web page. So I'm going to create a blogging website. So I'll write blogging website. It is just a title which I have added. Now, whatever things I require to add styles, to add interactivity to my web page, all these styles, all these things I'm going to add with my HTML code. But before that, one very much important thing, that is be habitual to write comments in your HTML as well as CSS code, because when you are developing a website, code बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा हो जाता है, and then you find difficulty to understand which code is written for what particular thing. So it is always good to add the structures here, add the styles here, and add the add the comments before every style, everything, whatever you are going to add there. Now suppose I'm going to add a bootstrap CDN. So bootstrap CDN I'm going to add here. If you have attended my previous Guru class, then you might be knowing this bootstrap. If you don't know, let me explain you that quickly. So Bootstrap basically is a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript plugin. Most popular library this is, which can be used to provide styles to your HTML code. So here it is going to provide you lots of themes. It is going to provide you lots of icons, which is absolutely free, which you can use, which you can add in your HTML code, and nothing much is required. Now here there are two things which you can use, which you can consider. The first thing, that is either you can copy the CDNs in your HTML code. This is called as online linking, where we are going to link the CDNs with our HTML code, which is more easy. Or second option is you can either click on this download button and it will be start downloading the things for you. So if you want to download, easily you can download it from here. It doesn't take much time to download, so choice is yours. If you download this, then you have to extract that folder and you have to keep it into your existing HTML website contents folder. Okay, currently I'm going to show you how to add the CDNs. So I'm going to add it here. I'm going to come here and I have clicked that page. Here you can see there are the links. First link is given, that is for CSS. So I'm just going to copy this link. Here the information is also given, that is by using this link tag, you can put it inside the head section before closing your head tag and before adding other linkings to the CSS. So what I'm going to do is I'm just clicking on this copy button and here I'm going to paste it. So I have added this here. This is how the bootstrap can be added. So I will just add a comment here, that is bootstrap added, right? So this is how the bootstrap can be added. Now here, this is not over yet. Now also you have to add some kind of JavaScript file related to bootstrap. I have just added one. Now JavaScript means what? So JavaScript is nothing but it is a scripting language which is going to provide you a very good facility to make your pages interactive. So during the sessions, we are going to learn all these things one by one. But as of now, just try to add this CDN. So I'm going to copy this script and again, I'm going to keep it here after the link tag. So the both things I have added here. So my bootstrap has been successfully added. Now, what is the need of bootstrap? That I told you already. So let's check something more related to that. Now here, this is what we are going to use, guys. So here there is an option called as icons. So here it is going to provide you lots of free icons which you can use for your HTML code. For example, suppose I want to add an icon for say Facebook. So I can search it for here and I can add that particular icon. Now suppose I want to add this, I'm just going to click here and here you can either download that as an image, it will be getting downloaded, or just very simple thing is you just have to copy this and paste it where you want to add this as an icon. Isn't it very much simple, guys? So you just have to copy this from here and you have to paste it in your HTML. Now you might be thinking that what is the role of Java and what is the role of JavaScript? So let me tell you one thing, that is almost 80-90% of plugins are created in Java and JavaScript. So if you are adding this, it means iske background mein Java hi chal raha hai. You are just going to add the code in your HTML. So currently also we are using the Javas and JavaScript, right? So if you are copying this, you are putting it somewhere. So इसका जो code लिखा गया है, that is written in Java. So almost 70-80% code has been written in Java and JavaScript. So directly or indirectly, from the beginning, we are going to use Java only. Yes, you will get the recording. It is live streaming, guys. So you can visit this on YouTube whenever you want. So you can visit our Unikaksha's page there. This is live streaming, so you can get this recording there only. So the link has been shared here. You can copy this link and you can use it for future use. Any other query? Yes, you're welcome, Pawan. So let's get started now. So this is how the icons can be added. Now, as of now, I'm just focusing on adding the CDNs. So this is the first link which I have created. Now, the second link. So I want to provide uniformity or uniform structure to my HTML code. Now, how to provide this uniform structure? Because if you see here, if you check this, I have used a similar font to every menu item, right? And I have given some separate font here. So it is upon you that what you are using, but it should not be like ki iska font alag hai, iska font alag hai. Something is displayed in bold, something is displayed in italic, something is displayed in underline. It should not be there. It is not a good thing. Okay. So if you want to keep uniformity with the fonts, then it is always better to download the fonts folder or create a font link or font awesome sites link. These are the Google fonts and this is totally and freely available. This is an amazing site, amazing plugin or amazing library, we can say. So here there are the option. You can start for free or you can click on pro. But if you are clicking on free, then also it is going to provide you lots of things. That is free icons, near about 2000 to 3000 icons are available there, which are totally free. But for that, what exactly you have to do? So you have to give your email ID here. So you have to give your email ID, then click on send kit code. So this kit code will be provided to you on your email ID and from there you can get it. Okay, I have already done all these formalities. So I'm just going to copy this from there. It is very easy. You can give your authentic mail ID here. You can click on this send kit code and they will send you the kit code. Okay, so let me add this CDN directly. I'm just going to add this because already I have done this for you guys. So I'm just going to add this directly here. Now, give me 1 minute. Let me copy this CDN. So in a single line, you can keep it like this. So I'm going to put it here. So this is a link of font awesome. So I'll create a comment here. Comment can be created in this way. So I'm just going to write font awesome. So this is another thing. You can also download this if you want. Okay, but I always prefer to create this as an online link instead of creating size of the folders. You can go like this. So this is also added. Now the most important thing, that is how to link your style.css file, because this style.css file plays very much important role while writing the code, while making the code more interactive and attractive. So for that reason, what I will do is I will create a link with my style sheet. So I will write link tag here. So link is a tag which is used to link the style sheet. So its relationship is, it is a style sheet, right? So it is a style sheet and then I am going to create a reference attribute. So references, I have to give the reference of my style.css file. So I will give dot and slash. So all the folders which are available in this particular current folder will be displayed in front of you. So I'm going to select this, and you can see here style.css file is available. This is how you can create a link in between your style.css and your HTML code. I believe it is clear to everyone. So this is end of the head section. Now let's move to this next part, that is how the navigation bars can be added. So if it is clear to everyone, then let's continue. If you want this source code, then we will share you the files afterwards. Let me complete this once. Let's focus on how to add the code first, and then we will see how to copy the code. Okay, so now I'm going to add my first navigation menu. I mean, we are going to add only one navigation. If required, you can add it at like a sidebar, you can add it at top navigation, you can add it at bottom navigation, but most popular is side and top navigation menu. So navigation menu is something like where you can keep, or where you can provide links to your code, like links to the different HTML pages. So here we are going to create a navigation menu. So I'm going to write here navigation. Whatever you want to write here, you can write. I mean, just it is not executable part. Whatever you are writing in comments, it is not the executable part. It is just for your reference, for your information. Now, if you want to add a navigation bar, navigation style, then how it can be added? So for that reason, we can use a tag called as nav tag. So this nav tag can be used for adding the navigation menu. Now you might be thinking that what exactly is a navigation menu? So if you look at this font awesome site, then you can see this is a navigation menu. Okay, it is displayed in front of you. This is a navigation menu. This is an icon, this is a search button, this is start. These all are the clickable navigation items. So if we look at our website, then this is a navigation menu which I have added. Now for this, I'm going to create a code. Okay, so what I will do is I am going to write the code here for this particular line. You should know for what reason we are writing the code. So that's why I'm showing you the result as well, right? So what I will do is I will come here and I'm going to create a navigation bar. So I'm going to write class. So class is something like this is nothing but now there are two attributes. One is class and one is ID. So class can be a common thing for all the elements which we are writing inside that particular tag. And the second thing, that is ID. ID is going to provide a unique identification to the particular HTML element. So I'm going to create a class here. Now, why this is written? This is written just to refer these elements in the CSS as well as JavaScript file. There should be something to refer these elements, right? So here the class and ID, these two elements we are going to use because these elements we are going to refer to provide the stylings with your HTML code in your CSS file, as well as to provide the interactivity in your main.js file. So here I'm going to add the next tag, that is div tag. Div tag is considered as a default tag of your this particular code. So whenever you want to add a div, now div is not having any kind of special meaning, but it is going to work tremendously for you guys. Now what exactly is the meaning of div? So basically div is going to add division, or it is going to create the sections of your page. ये आपके पेज के divisions को create करता है. Now for creating the divisions, we are going to use this tag. Now here, what we can do is we can create a class. Now, if I want to add the class, then at that time I can give dot. Now I'm going to use the navigation menu. So I'll write here navigation menu. I'm going to add the classes here. You can add n number of classes. So for my requirement, I'm going to add some 2 classes here. So flex row, these are the 2 classes. So when you are pressing enter, just give me 1 minute. So if you want to add the classes, I'm going to give the names. Now these names I will refer for, working with the CSS. So I'll add this first class, that is navigation menu, and second class, that is flex row. So this has been added here. Now 2 classes I have added. Now inside this div, I am going to create my first anchor tag. Now for creating a first anchor tag, I am going to, anchor tag basically is used to create, the links in your HTML code, that is on your HTML. Oh, I am not audible to you clearly. Is it audible now? Please respond someone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Everyone is saying audible. Please check your system's voice once, and please check your headphones. Still, I'll try to speak somewhat loudly if you want. Okay, is it audible now? Yes.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
thank you so much. Please check your headphones if it is not audible. Great. So let's get started now again. So here anchor tag basically is used to create some kind of links. It is going to provide the references. Now here for that I'm going to use this href attribute. So this reference attribute is going to create some reference. As of now, I don't want to create any kind of reference. So I'm just going to put it here. Now you might be thinking why this hash is given. This is given because if I'm not giving anything here, and if you are clicking on that particular word, then it will show you page cannot be displayed. And this is really embarrassing if such kind of things will be displayed on your web page. So try to give the links like this. Okay, so I have created this. Now let me create a class. All these classes I'm going to create just to provide some kind of stylings, or just to use and create the references for my style sheets. So I'm going to create a class that is text gray. Any names you can give, right? I have I'm randomly giving these names. You can give any names. So suppose I'm going to do here the text. I'm just going to show this text, that is my blog. Whatever you are going to write here, that will be displayed as it is. Now suppose my blog which I'm going to create, that is related to tours and travels. So you can give the heading here. Now related to that, let me show you how the icon can be added. Now for adding the icon, you can go here in your font awesome. You can click here. Now, as I told you, it is related to the tours and travels. So let me take this. So I'm going to search some good icon for aeroplane or train, anything like that. So I'll search. So you can see here the free icons are available. From this only I have to select a particular icon. Suppose I am going to select this particular. Now if I want to add this icon, then I just have to copy this code. Just click on that, it will be automatically getting copied. Now you can come back to your code, and here you can just paste this. That's it. It will be added to your web page. Now let me save this. Okay, now let me execute this. So if it is visible, the icon has not been added yet. Let me check it once. Sometimes it happens like some icons doesn't get added. We'll change the icon. Now here, nothing has been set, like only one word is displayed, and again, it is not displayed clearly, right? And usko link bhi create hua hai aur आधा M chala gaya hai. This is because we have not added any kind of styles to this. So let me add some kind of styles here and let me set the things. I'm just showing you where we are and where we want to go, right? So just give me 1 minute and let me check what happened to this. Let me save the changes and let me check it once. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me check if I missed to add the CDN. Just give me 1 minute. It may happen because if you have chosen a wrong CDN and if you are selecting a wrong, uh, wrong CDN and wrong font style you are going to use. It may happen related to that. So let me check it once. So it has been added. It was because I have added the wrong CDN. So that was the reason. So it was added, right? But now again, you can see that no structure has been added here. Getting my point? There is no structure which has been successfully added. So I'll share the complete code afterwards, dear, because I'm going to make lots of changes here. I'm going to make so many things. I'm going to make changes into that. So once let me add all these things, then we will, I will share you the code. Okay. So this is how the structure can be added. This is how the icon can be added. So inside this div, I have added a simple word that is my blog or my blogging website, anything you can write, my blogger, anything you can write. So whatever you write, that will be displayed as it is on the screen. So I have added that here. Now navigation menu, inside that, let's try to add some more things. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to show you the code which I have already written, and I will explain that, because in 2 hours, it is really not possible to explain everything, right? So I'm just going to copy the code from my page which I have already created, and one by one I will explain these things to you. So you can see here, I have added one more div. Now, let's first understand why this another div I have added. This has been added because I want to add navigation items as well. Now, for adding that, what I have done is I have written here another div. This will create another structure. Now here the set of UL and LI tag I have added. Now this UL and LI tag means what? Here I am going to add some kind of list there in my navigation bar, on my navigation bar or navigation area. So basically UL tag is used to specify the list which is not having any kind of numbering, and li tag, li element is a element which is going to add the list elements. So here I am going to add these elements on my page. So this is how the navigation can be created. I will also show you another examples of creating the navigation bars and other stylings as well. But before that, let's first understand this. So inside this div and slash div, this is another section which I have created in the same navigation menu, navigation tag. I'm going to use this UL tag. Now the class for this is nav items. I'm going to use this in my CSS because I want to add some kind of stylings to that. Then here the class is provided, that is navigation link. Now you can check that this navigation link tag or navigation link class I have added because I am going to use this for providing my stylings. So here the reference has been created. Now everywhere I have given this hash. Instead of this you can give hash home, that is the name of that particular page as well. So you can give it there, like here anchor tag is given and then href is given. So here it is going to link to the same page. Now here n number of elements you can add, not actually n number of, but whatever menus you require, like contact us page, about us page, blog page, category. So the elements on that particular menu bar is totally dependent on what kind of website you are going to create. So here simply I have added this home button, then about us, blog page and category. Only 4 things I have added. If you want to add a new element, just copy this li tag and paste it here, and here you can make the changes. For example, suppose I want to add one more tag, that is contact us. So here I'm going to add this contact us. Everything will be same, just you have to make change here. So now you can see that I have added here the first thing, that is I have added this particular word, but no structuring has been added. After that I have added this particular icon. It will be displayed as it is on the screen, and this icon is taken from font awesome. The CDN already we have added, and I have shown you how it can be added. Now these all elements will be placed on that particular navigation bar. So let's save this and let's check whether it has been available here or not. Every time you have to refresh this. Now you can see that it has been added here, but no styling has been applied, right? Here they are just going to display it in front of you like this, like home is there, about us is there, blog page, category and contact us. All the menus has been added, but they are like displayed you in form of list. So it is not looking any kind of attractive web page as of now, because we have not written any kind of style to this particular element, isn't it? So is it clear, guys? Understood this? You want to ask anything? I'm giving you 2 minutes if you want to ask anything related to this. Otherwise I'll move further and I'll continue with the session. Very good. If it is clear, Shiva is responding, it is clear. Very good, guys. So let's move further. So this is how the navigation bar can be added. Let me check the chat box. Yes. Thank you so much, Rahul. So this is how we are going to add the navigation bar. Now quickly let me show you another navigation bar examples which I have already created with me. I'm just going to show you the structures, that is how the navigations can be created. I'm just going to show you the structures so that it will be clear for you to understand how it can be created. Just give me 1 minute. Let me show you that again. So you can see here, this is one navigation bar which I have added, and this is a slider which I have added along with the image and along with the particular text as well. It has been given. So this kind of sliders we are going to add afterwards. And here this is an active button, and these all are the clickable menu elements. This is one example. This also we can do. This is top navigation bar. Here also you can place some kind of icons. And the second, that is side navigation bar, is also there. That also can be added. So let me show you that as well. So if it is visible, you can see this is a side navigation bar and which is kind of interactive. So when I am going to put mouse over on that, so here it is going to change the color of the text. Okay. So this is also another example of menu. This also you can add. So as of now, I'm going to add a top navigation bar. So I'm just going to close this and I'll be here. I'm going to refresh this, and as we have seen that no styling has been added to this for now. Now let's move and let's try to add some kind of styles to our pages, some kind of styles to this navigation bar. Now let's see how it can be added. So give me 1 minute and let me show you how it can be added. So as these things we have added, now let's move to the style.css file and let's make some kind of changes there. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to open my style.css file. So here is a style.css file, and in this style.css file I'm going to make some kind of changes. So let us show me how these changes can be done. So if you want to add the structure to a particular an element which is available in HTML, which you have included in HTML, then for adding the styles to that particular element, let's give either hash and then tag name, or you can give dot and then tag name, and then inside that you can add the structures. So let us see how this can be added. Just give me 1 minute and let me show you this. So here you can see that. Just 1 minute, let me open my file in front of you. So here I'm going to create the structures now. So for navigation bar, I have added some kind of styles, some kind of structures. So let me show you that. So you can see the styles in front of you. I have already written it for you, but don't worry, I'm going to show you everything. Just to save time, I have written it here. So for example, the name of, what is this? This is the name of my navigation bar. So here you can see that element class is nav, which I have added there in my HTML code when I was adding the navigation bar. So this is the main class. Now what kind of structures we want to add? So we can put height of that navigation bar, we can give padding, we can give spacing, we can specify the background colors, we can add some kind of font families to this particular navigation menu. So all these I have added here. But before going with this, let me show you how to add this CSS. So I have added this style.css here. This is how I can add the comments. So I have added a comment that is /* and then here I have added navigation bar. Now you might be thinking why to add comment here again, because now I am going to add lots of stylings to this page. So you will be find difficulty to understand how this can be done, or you will be finding difficulty to find out that is कौन सा style किस चीज के लिए लिखा हुआ है. So for that reason I am going to add the comments. It is always better to add the comments. So in CSS we are adding comments like this. In HTML we are adding the comments like this. So inside this, whatever we are adding, that will be considered as a comment in HTML. So here I have added a navigation. Now here I have added the structures. So this Visual Studio Code is going to provide you very tremendous thing, very good interactivity, that as if suppose I want to set the background. So you can see that I have just typed BAC. So in front of me, all the tags related to background are shown. So I always recommend everyone to use this Visual Studio Code because it is really easy and really interactive. So these are the properties. Now what this background property is going to do, it is going to set a background color. So the color combinations you can select. There are number of ways to add the color combinations. The very first way, that is you can add the hexadecimal code for a particular color. Now you might be thinking that from where you can take this. So you can go on Google and you can type hex code for colors or colors in HTML. Then you will get number of sites from where you can get the colors. I mean color code. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the appreciation. Yes, we are frequently conducting the sessions. So yes, thank you so much. Here what I am going to do is now, तो background color अगर आपको apply करना है, either you can go with the hexadecimal color, either you can go with the RGB combination. Now from where you can get, from internet you can get a hexadecimal code. So यहाँ पे अगर white लेना है, smoky white or perfect milky white, whatever you want to take, accordingly the colors you can choose. Suppose I want to choose green color, so here the combinations of that will be displayed, and here the hexadecimal code is also displayed. So you can either copy the code from there, or simply you can just type the color name. Both is very easy, isn't this easy? So easily you can add it like this. Now here, what exactly is the meaning of padding? So padding is nothing but something which you are going to use for adding the spaces around that particular area or that particular element. So here I have specified the padding. You can, if you don't know anything like any tag, then at that time here, as it is an interactive editor, it will provide you some kind of information set related to that tag. So here you can see that it is going to provide the thickness, or it is going to provide the spaces around that particular element, that is left, right, top and bottom. So here I have given this 0.4 rem. So here I'm going to use VH for view point, and whenever I'm going to use this rem, so it is like I'm going to give the spaces. I'm going to add the spaces, or I'm going to add this kind of size here. So this is what I have added. It is defined as a relative, it is more relative to a particular font size of that particular area. So here next element I have added, that is height. So height I have specified here. Now this is the height of that particular box which is displayed in front of you. Then here viewport, according to the viewport, this is a VH link, that is viewport link, because I want to make my website responsive, so that's why I have given it here. Anything you can give. You can give REM, you can give VH, or you can give PX also. It is again dependent on कि आप कितना frequently ये सारी चीजें use करते हो. अब बहुत बार आपको यहाँ पे ये सारी चीजें देखनी पड़ती है. It is always good to use yes, Manjit, sure. So whenever you want to make it more responsive, then at that time always go with this REM and VH. That will help you a lot. Okay. So next is overflow property. Now overflow property means what? Sometimes it happens like the sections are going to overflow on each other, and then afterwards nothing will be displayed in front of you. So in that case, what we have to do is we have to set this property like this. Now we have set this property here. Font family, I have already set the font family, and I have already added it here. Now the required fonts I have selected because I have already added the font awesome CDN. So when I am adding font awesome font family, it will show me the list of fonts which we can use here. Then here again, I told you that I am going to create lots of classes in front of you. So here you can check that I have created this classes nav link. Then I have created this class, that is nav menu, right? And then text gray. So all these classes I'm going to use here in my style.css to provide the style. Now this nav and nav brand, these two classes I'm going to set again same things, that is display property is block. Then font family I have set. So height and width and padding, this is now, you are well known about these properties now. Then here for nav and navigation menu, again I have added these things, that is justify content property. Now justify content property basically is used to set the content in a right order, in a particular order. So these are the settings which I have added here. Let me save this and let me quickly show you the changes on the web page which happened. So you can see here only one menu has been added because I have added it as a collapsible structure. So only one is added and others are like सारे गायब हो गए, है ना? So let us understand how to make changes into that. So similar way, यहाँ पे सिर्फ अभी वो जो लिंक थी, वो जो स्टाइल था, वो पूरा चला गया और अभी ये एक लाइन में डिस्प्ले हो रहा है. So let us show all these things once again. Guys, there is a notice for you in the chat box. Please go through that and please check that there. So these are the styles which we are adding for navigation menu. Now let me share my screen once again. It's tucked up somewhere. Let me stop share and share it again once. Just give me 1 minute. Guys, see, it is not possible for anyone to finish the complete content in 2 hours, because as we know that the the HTML, CSS and JavaScript, this is nothing but an ocean. So I'm quickly going to explain the things in front of you. So if you find any kinds of difficulties, you can keep asking the queries. You can ask the queries. So I'm trying to cover as much as I can. Now, give me 1 minute. Let me share it again. So I believe my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So let me move through the code now. So this part we have finished. The styling for this we have already finished. Now let's move to adding the icons to your web page. So for adding the icons, I have again created another div tag. So now you know that from where we are going to add the icons. Now here I have created. अब ये कितने divs आपको create करने हैं? तो there is no limitation to create the divs. You can add any number of divs as per your requirement. जैसे आपका वेबसाइट का रिक्वायरमेंट है उस हिसाब से you are going to create the divs. Okay, so here we have created the first div which is related to name. उसके अंदर हमने बहुत सारे divs create किए just to add the pages, just to add the links. अब यहाँ पे मुझे क्यों add करना है this link? Because this div, because I want to add some kind of icons here. So specially for icons I have created this div. Okay, now div class is equal to follow. Any name you can give. I have just given this follow because generally we say like follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, like that. So for that reason only I have added this. Let me show you this quickly. That is what exactly we are doing now. Let me show you that. Now you can see that this is a web page which we have created already. I mean, I have created already. Here are the icons which are in front of you. We have to increase this size. I am going to show you that quickly after this. Now, if I click on this YouTube, for example, so I have created a link. You can see that you are redirected here at the Unikaksha's page, where it is going to show you the link of Unikaksha YouTube channel, right? So I have created this kind of clickable icons. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? इसको हम बोलते हैं clickable icons. Okay. Now let's first understand how to add the icons, and then we will understand how to add the clickable icons. Now, if I am clicking on this, for example, Twitter. So यहाँ पे मैंने सिर्फ Twitter login इतना ही दिया हुआ है. So it is going to open this Twitter login page. Okay. Now I just have copied this and pasted somewhere in my anchor tag. That's it. This is the very easy way to create the clickable icons. Now, if you check here, if we go here again, if I click on Facebook, I have just added a address for Unikaksha's Facebook page. So it is not there actually. This is a wrong address. But you can see that here it is going to show you some data of Unikaksha. And then if I open my Facebook page, personal Facebook page, then it will be displayed there. The address is different, but you can see that this is how clickable icons can be created. Okay. Yes. So if you want to give a link of any page now, just open that page. You can select this particular URL. आपको वहां से select करना है और कहाँ add करना है, that I will show you. Just give me 1 minute. Someone is asking something. So permission to ask, what if I use font awesome, but the icon doesn't appear? What do I fix it? It is because if you have not added the correct CDN at the correct place. अगर ये है तो add नहीं होगा. If you are trying to add some like purchased icon, then also if you have not purchased, then definitely you have to go for free icon, then it will be definitely added. So just now I have added, right? You have seen that. Just check your CDN file. If you check that, you will get the correct answer. It might be misplaced. That may be the reason. So let's move now here. Now, whatever links you are copying. So answer of your question, that is, अगर किसी का personal Facebook page का link देना है, तो you can go to your Facebook page and you can just copy the URL, whatever is available of that page, and you can paste it here. So what I have done, I have just added the anchor tag here, href. I have added this particular reference of the particular page which I want to show. and here I have added the icon. So here I have added the icon. Now in before closing this anchor tag, you have to specify this icon. Similar way, I have added YouTube ka icon, I have added this Twitter icon, I have added the Google Plus account of Unikaksha. So I have added these icons, and I have just shown you how these icons can be converted to clickable. Now for this page, how the styles can be provided. So let me go you through this style.css. All this we are using here JavaScript as well. So here you can see I have just added a padding here. So dot follow padding is equal to left and right and up and down. Both padding I have added here. Is it? I hope it is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is how we can add it here. Now padding we have added here. So for that, the styling we have added, nothing much, just I have added the padding for the icons. Now here also you can provide the spaces for your in between your icons. So here with this other options are also there, like display properties is there. It can be flex, it can be grid, it can be flex box, it can be grid box. I'm not sure whether you know all these things, but these are the styles which we can apply, or these are the display properties, or these are the ways to display your data. So currently everywhere I have used flex. You can also use flex box. You can also use grid box. It is upon you. So these are the ways to apply the styles. So this is what we have done. Now let's come back to this font, HTML index.html. You can see that everything I'm adding in the same HTML file. This is because whenever you are opening any website, then at that time you can see that everything is added under a same home page. Though we are providing links to that, then also we are going to add it like this. Now here simply let's move further and let's try to understand how to add the background images. Now I'm not going to write the code, guys, because already it is 1.5 hours finished. So I'm just going to show you the code and explaining it. I hope it is not any problem from your side. So here simply one more tag I want to explain you about. This is a main tag which is going to create a section, main section of your web page. Now navigation menu we have added. Now whatever data we want to add, the complete data, all the elements we are going to add here inside the main tag. So I have written this comment, that is main section contain, and inside that I'm going to add the main tag. So inside the main tag, I have used one more very special tag, which is called as a section tag. The section tag is going to create the sections on your web page, for your web page. Like web page ko ye, we can say it is going to divide your web page into the sections. And again, it is very much important because on a single web page, we are going to add lots of things. So here I have added this, you can see here, we have added this section and class of the section, that is this name, you can change it to anything. But remember that whatever name is given here, the same name you have to use when you are applying styles to this particular page. I mean to this particular section. So always remember this. So I have just added name, that is title 1, because I am adding some titles. Now here simply what I have done is I have just added a div, another div, and I'm just going to add a background image, because when you are going to create a blogger website, then there it holds lots of images, and with that images it also holds lots of text, buttons, everything like. So here simply what I'm going to do is background image. Then here I have added some h3 and h1 tag. For this also I have added the styles in style.css. And then the most important part, that is I have added here the button on that particular area. So background image has been added. Then I have added here. Now here just a class has been created. I have not used any img tag here because I'm going to use it with my style property, that is background. And there I'm going to show you how to use URL function and how to give the URL. Okay. So again, we are using JavaScript there. So here simply I have added this class name and I have added a button. Now for adding a button, there is a class that is button. There is a tag that is button. The class you can specify, that is BTN. Number of classes you can create here. For example, BTN, BTN primary, BTN secondary. Any number of classes. जितने style आपको apply करने हैं, उतने number of classes, class names you can give here. Now here I just want to display it in bold. So whatever I have written here, that is Explore Earth, this will be added as a text on that particular button. Okay. So this is how the button can be added. Now this code will be displayed exactly where on the page. Let me show you that. Just 1 minute. Let me refresh my page and let me show you that. So here, please unmute, please mute yourself. Here you can see that this is the button added, but as of now, we have not added any kind of stylings. I have not explained about that. अगर style apply करेंगे तो ये पूरा button transparent हो जाता है, and then you can see that a particular border has been added. And whatever I have written there in H3 and H1, that is displayed here on the image. This is an image, right? This is a background image I have added. Now from where it has been added? From my CSS file it has been added. Now let's move to the CSS and try to understand how this file can be added. So here simply the text has been placed over the image and here the button has been placed. Okay. Now give me
1 second, ma'am.
Yes,
This
sir.
is Manoj Kumar here.
Yes, sir.
So before we continue, I have a poll to share to the students, and we have our academic counselor with us. She has an important announcement to make. So I would welcome the students to attend this poll and submit as soon as possible so that we can continue with the Ashwini ma'am session.
Sure, sir.
Kushbu?
Hi, everyone. So can you see me?
Just 1 second.
You are not visible, Kushbu, but some page is visible in front of everyone.
Manoj sir, could you please activate the video?
Done.
Am I visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Khushbu. I'm a senior academic counselor at Unikaksha. So obviously you must be thinking, how did I pop out immediately and why you guys have to hear me? So I'm here to tell you something, some information which I'll be giving you, which is going to change your life forever. Yes, you heard me right. So I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter which background you're from, what have you studied, when you graduated, or you could be a working professional. The kind of salary package which you're having currently, or you're dreaming of, or the background which you selected, like commerce or science, it might not be of your choice, but it could have happened to you by chance. But it's never too late to take things in your hand, right? You can make a choice anytime. So I'm here to give you that proposal, which will change your life forever. So here is the deal. You can achieve something big in your life, your dream career, your dream salary with IT company, with a product-based company, which gives you a salary minimum package of 5 lakh rupees, and it can go up to 21 lakh rupees, depending upon how you perform in the class. Yes, so we here at Unikaksha provide you unique 2 programs in IT field, which is full stack development Java and full stack development Python. This will help you to achieve the dream career of your choice. Okay. And we also give you 100% guarantee to get you placed in the top notch IT company. If not 100% money back guarantee. To know more, it doesn't matter where you're from, what have you done, and who you are. We are here to help you and support you completely. To get counseled on, I am there and my team is available for you to help you to counsel on the same. You can get in touch with us on the customer support number given on the website and refer to the code Guru Class. We will be happy to help you to guide there. Okay. Thank you so much for attending the Guru Class. May God give you all the success, all the best, and have the best evening tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manoj sir, for introducing me.
Thanks, Kushbu. So 66% have voted. I request the remaining candidates to answer the poll so that we can quickly get back to Ashwini ma'am's class.
Guys, please quickly answer the poll so that we can continue with the interesting journey again. Back to the interesting journey. Hopefully you are getting everything very clearly. And this is how we explain and work in Unikaksha. Like we focus more on the practical based sessions instead of explaining very boring theoretical lectures, because that is what industry demands nowadays. So please go ahead and just attempt this poll so that we can continue with the session again. Manoj sir, let me know once they finish.
You can continue, ma'am. I printed the poll.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. So coming back to the point now, we have seen that this is the page which is displayed in front of you, right? So here I have not added any kind of, image source. Still it is displayed. This is because I have set it as a background. Now what students do, or where generally the beginner level, anyone wants to say something? I'm not getting your voice clearly. If you are asking something, please ask it clearly. Or if it is by mistake, then please unmute. Please mute yourself. I'm so sorry. Yes, so I'm going to tell you how image can be added on the image, but just give me 1 minute. Let me explain something. That is, sometimes it happens like if you are a beginner level web developer, then adding an image by using a img tag in HTML, there it finds difficulty, to make the correct size of the image or to adjust it fit to the particular page. So instead of that, there is a very simple way to do this. You can check that this is a title one. I'm going to show you where I have added this image. So here you can see for this title one, this is the name of that particular class. Now here you can set that background, then Here is a URL function. Inside that URL, you compulsorily have to put the correct URL of the image which you want to display as a background. Now, how to find it out? So simply when you are writing the URL, I'll write it quickly for you. So for example, suppose I want to set the background, right? So how it can be set? So background, here you can see the background is available. Now suppose I want to add a URL. So I will select this URL function. Now inside this, you have to put the correct syntax of the folder. So give 2 dots and slash or simply slash. Then here all the folders will be in front of you. Click the images folder because where you have added all the images and select a particular image. That's it. Only this you have to do. Isn't it easy? So I am going to save this. So this is how the background image can be added. Now here, the size of that background image. So you can set it accordingly. I have set it as a cover page of my web page. So that's why I have set it as cover. Now here height and display property has been set. So display can be anything, as I told you. It can be either block, it can be flex, it can be flex box, it can be grid, it can be inline flex, inline grid. So all these things you can refer my previous Guru class. There I have explained all these things in detail, right? So currently I'm using it as a flex. Now the contents, where it has to be displayed. Many students create the web pages and the contents are generally displayed at left, right, or no positioning is there. So here for the web page, I have created that justify content is equal to center. So it is getting displayed on the center of that particular image. So this is how the background image can be set, and this is how the text can be specified at the center. But abhi जो भी text हमने लिखा है, for that don't play with the screen, don't draw anything. I believe Govind, you are drawing something on the screen. Please stop that. Don't do anything here. Thank you so much. So this is how it can be done. Now, for that background image, you can make these kinds of settings. It is very much required. Top padding, text alignment I have done, that is center. Once you have justified the content at center, then it is actually not needed. Then color, background color, text color, whatever is required, that you can specify here. So here the text color has been specified. This is how the background image can be added. Now let's move to the next part. Any queries, any doubts? You want to ask anything? Cool. So someone
REM
wants...
stands for padding top REM.
Just I have explained this now. Simply see, when you are going to, use a CSS, when we are going to use a particular styling, then it is always better to add it can be called as, it is added for the root elements, or it is added for the, इसका long form है root element basically. तो हम लोग जब भी, when we are going to add anything, then it is always better to add it like the viewport size and REM. Instead of that, you can also give it like pixel wise or percentage wise as well. So ये when you are creating a web page, you just have to check it continuously whether it is fitting to that. But if you want to, get its long form, then it is root elements font size, or it can stands for root element REM, long form of REM. Is it clear? Who was asking this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So yes, I'll show you the complete CSS. This is the complete CSS, Shivi. I have just added, I'm just showing you the particular, for the particular elements. Just like we have seen this H1 tag. So I have set the margin of H3 and H1 here. Then we have seen the button. I told you that color of the button we have to set, then margin we have to set, even mouse hover we have to set. So for that the setting has been added here. So for example, now you might be thinking that how it can be added or why these three names have been given. So this button is available. Now on a single page, we are going to add n number of buttons, right? So it may be for every button, you are going to specify the same class, that is BTN class. Now how to specify the particular button? So main section, uske andar jo title one element hai, uske andar we have written this BTN or button. So for that button, we are applying the styling. So that's why you can see here, these three tags or three elements has been written. If you are clicking on that, you can see here, the sections has been displayed in front of you. So this is a main section, then inside that element section is there. Inside that this title one section is there, and then this BTN is there. This is one div, this is another div or button has been added. Now for this, I have set the margin and I have set the background color. Similar way, I have also set mouse hover. Now mouse hover means what? Basically, mouse hover is nothing but when we are going to move the mouse on that particular area, on that particular button, then at that time this is what considered as a mouse hover. इसको हम बोलते हैं mouse hover. तो simply जब हम इसके ऊपर click कर रहे हैं, when we are moving from that area, you can see that the pointer is here pointer and here it is hand, right? The pointer is also getting changed. So for that, again, nothing you will get free. For everything you have to perform some kind of settings and some kind of code you have to write for everything. So here I have said background, that is transparent. Then I have said border, that is 2 pixel. Now what will happen if I keep it as 10 pixel? I have changed the border. I have saved this and let me refresh this. You can see the border width has been changed, right? Border change हो गई है. दिख रहा है ये change यहाँ पे? Is it visible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how you can set it. Okay. So this is how the background image can be set. This is how the buttons can be set as in a round shape. So all this is a magic of your plugins, JavaScript plugins like Bootstrap, other plugins we are using. So it is all the magic of that. So here the color you can set, any color you can set. If you are clicking on that, the color will become in front of you. Here I have set this as orange, some orange shade I have added. So 10 pixel is too much. So I can add it as 2 pixel because it will not look good if it is unnecessarily like a bold kind of thing. So it is always better, but again, it is upon the developer that how he wants to add this. So this is how the settings can be done. Got this? Now shall we move further in your file, index.html file? So this is we have added here. Now let's move to the next part. So this is the first section we have added, that is background image. This is end of the section. Now suppose on the background image, I want to add another section. Now here I have added this section tag for adding the image on the image. So for that, what I have done is I have set a background image. On the page, you can see that here, this is a background image which is already added. Now here, this is not that much, suitable for this. You can take somewhat simpler background, like faint color वाला कोई भी background आप यहाँ पे ले सकते हो. Totally white background. मैंने यहाँ पे just एक कोई भी background add किया है, image add किया है. तो आप एक blank like this, ऐसा कोई structure वाला image यहाँ पे add कर दो. On that, the images will be displayed. So here 4 images I have added, right? If you are clicking or moving on that image, it is like hover on that particular image. जब आप उसको move कर रहे हो तो ये आपको ऐसे कुछ डिस्प्ले कर रहा है, राइट? So it is displaying like this. You can see this. For this now we are adding the code. So let me show you how this background image can be added, how these images can be added on that background. So let me show you all these things. For that we are writing the code now. Now here you can see that the section I have created, that is featured categories. So in this featured categories, I have added, I'm going to take your 10 minutes more because I want to explain this to you. And then after we will wind up the session. I know it is from 2 hours you are waiting here, but let me finish this part and then we will stop. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
So I believe everyone is enjoying the session.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So here I have added this featured categories. Now here you can see that I have added a div. And inside the div, I have added it as a container. Now it can be a container or it can be a container fluid as well. So alag-alag styles hai container ke. Container is nothing but it is just like a box in which you are putting the elements. So container fluid or container mein kya difference hai? If you are using container fluid, then it is going to give you 100% width by default. If you are using container, then you can make the changes into that. So I'm using it container here, and in my CSS file, I have given width as 100%. Now here I have used div tag, then class is equal to row. So class can be either row or column. अगर यहाँ पे मैंने column किया तो सारी images in a column it will be getting displayed. So I have written given here as row because I want to show it as a row. So I have given it as a row. Now another div I have added, just a name I have added. Now the same div I am copying multiple times because I'm going to set all the things for image exactly same. So I have added here div, then class, I have given the name of the class. The same name you have to give here as well and in the next div as well, because you are exactly creating the sections of that container, and you are, this is just like you are adding the elements to the table row. So here I have added this first image. Now here img tag is given, img src. So I'm going to add this source here and then here alternate. Now if image is not getting displayed, so something has to be displayed there. So this is an alternate text. Anything you can give. I have just given 3 dots. Similar way, I have added here one more title. Now it is not displayed because its setting is remaining. So here, whatever you have written, it has to be displayed on that particular image. And this button I have added, it has to be displayed on that image. So the setting has been remained. So it will not display anything. Just forget about this for now. So this is, I have added the image. Similar way, I have added another complete div here. So you can see that 4 divs I have added and which are having exactly same settings. Now why I have given the class name exactly same? Because in my CSS, if I apply settings to this class, then it will be applied to all 4 images which are in front of you. So you have just created a div. Inside that you have just added the image src, that's it. Now let's move to this style.css and let's try to understand how the styles can be added. So now for all the anchor tags, here I have made the settings. These are all the common classes which we are using. Now from beginning, just let me explain the things quickly. So here the font face I have imported. This is the family which I have imported from that font face, that is, sorry, font awesome. So this is the URL for that which I have added here. Then after, for HTML and body, I have added the same setting, that is margin. I don't want any kind of margin for this. So I have added margin that is 0%. Then box sizing. So Border box I have added, so it will be like a border and which is transparent again, so it will not be displayed. Then overflow I have hidden, so no overflow will be there. Overflow मतलब क्या, एक के ऊपर एक text नहीं जाएगा. That is what considered as a overflow. How to update the web page? You just have to refresh that. You just have to click on that और F2 press करो, ये refresh हो जाएगा. Okay. So here for HTML and body, I have added this. Then if I don't want any kind of underline, any kind of style, default style to my anchor tag. You remember when I was created the links, when I added the navigation elements, and there was an underline to every element. So that can be removed by using this. That is text decoration is none. So by default, no decoration will be added and the underline will be removed. So here the color has been set for that particular elements which we have added using anchor tag. तो anchor tag use करके हम लोग जहां भी elements add करेंगे उसको यही दो setting apply किए जाएंगे. Now for H1 and H3 I have added the settings. For buttons I have added the settings. Now just let me go through. So this is featured categories. Here we are adding the images we have added. So for IMG tag, I am going to create the setting. Now कौन से IMG tag को add करना है? So featured categories के section में जो IMG tags हमने use किए हैं, for all the IMG tags we are adding this setting. That is height, width, transition, padding, then cursor. Cursor is pointer. You have seen that when I'm going to hover the mouse on that, the cursor is going to be changed. And this is the hover, that is, this is the function which we are using here. This is a JavaScript function. So I am going to use transform function. It is going to apply some kind of 2D transformation to the image. Now here I have given the scale, that is 1.1. So it is going to give that particular hover to the images. So this is what can be done. Now I have told you that background is added there. So here featured categories ko background add kiya hai. So this is travel.jpg which I have added from my page. Now suppose I want to make this different. So what I'll do is I'll open the images folder and I'll choose one particular background here. I don't know what is this image for. So I have added this. I'll save this. Now background repeat. You don't want to repeat the background. I mean the position, resizing. So it has, you don't want to resize that. So no repeat. Then background position is at right. Then height and width I have specified here. Now let me refresh this. I have made changes into my background. So this is how you can refresh. So you can see here the background has been changed and on that the images has been added. So I believe you got this clearly how it can be done. Understood this? So this is how it can be done, guys. Now let us come to the end of session. In my next Guru class, probably I'll explain more on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And this is how it can be done. Now, let me show you how JavaScript file can be created. So inside this JS, I have created this main.js file. Now here, this is a carousel which I have added basically. So this is a default, this is a carousel which you can take, but I'll explain this in my next session now. So this is how the JavaScript code can be written. So for example, you can give $, then you can specify the function and then inside that you can specify this. Instead of this, one more way is there, that is you can go to index.html. You can use script tag there, and in between script and /script, you can add the script for JavaScript. I mean the data for JavaScript. Okay. So What you want to, what should I explain? Someone is asking, please एक बार explain कर दीजिए. So how to refresh the page, how to update the page? That is what you are asking. Okay, see, you just have to select this and you just have to enter. It will automatically be refreshed. उसको सिर्फ select करो, enter करो. This is the easiest way. Okay. So that's all for today's session, guys. Thank you so much for your patience listening. Thank you so much for such kind of interactivity you have shown, such kind of interest you have shown. And I believe this session was helpful to you. I believe I met your expectations. I tried to explain the things. So I believe you understood it clearly. So if you understood this, then don't forget to like our channel. Don't forget to subscribe our channel so that you will get the notification. So I'll try to share the links. I'll try to share the links of code. Manjit, can we share it? Okay, I'll check and I'll try to share it. Yes, so thank you so much, everyone. See you. Just
So,
give me.
yeah, one quick information, ma'am, you can compose this code into a zip file. Now you can upload it on your GitHub and maybe share the link. So whenever the Manjit and Janib are sending out the certificates, the link for that code will also be sent out.
Sure, sir. That we can do. Yes, so I hope it is clear to everyone. Yes, we will share the link. Don't worry, we will share the link when the certificates will be uploaded. That's all, sir. Shall I come to the end of session now?
Yes, ma'am. So
Yes.
thank you, Shini ma'am, for your wonderful session, and thank you, thank you to the participants who have patiently listened us out and has believed in us that we'll be doing a wonderful job today. So hopefully in our next session, we'll be showing you how to connect the database for a blog website, and we will continue over there. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel, stay tuned to our website and other social media platforms where you can get regular updates about our future sessions. You will be receiving the certificates by maximum by Monday or Tuesday. Those who have spent their quality time until the end of the session will be receiving their certificates along with the code which Ashwini ma'am has shown you today. So thank you everyone for your wonderful time again. Thanks Manjit and thanks Ashwini ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, sir. And thank you everyone for the cooperation. Don't forget to like our channel because this is definitely gonna help you a lot for work with the current areas, and we always come up with the very good topics which are always industry relevant and industry demanding areas. So stay tuned with us. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night and bye.